Hello guys, how is it going? It's Elevated Cornerstone. Welcome back to my channel. Right into the topic today. And today we're going to be talking about intentional living. Intentional living. And I have found this to be something applicable in the lives of so many successful people that I have read about, so many successful people that I have seen. And one of those people I want to talk about today is Jack Ma. Jack Ma is an Asian business mogul. He is known for this idea that the internet is going to blow up one day, and then there will be like an easier the internet is going to facilitate trade and commerce between China and other parts of the world. And Jack Ma believed so much in this that he brought a group of people together, a group of friends, and they have been working at this until true to his proposition, the internet became a really big thing. And through his influence, a lot of small scale farmers and small scale production workers have been able to distribute their goods to other part of the world. Not just, of course, we know that trade is facilitated by the seaport and all of that, but much more beyond that. Jack Ma believed that the internet is going to facilitate trade and commerce between China and other places. He believed so much in that, and he created a platform, with the help of the internet. Of course, this whole thing initially was centered around the internet. He believed that the internet was going to blow up someday, and then with that influence, those who were mass producing in China would be able to export their goods to other places. And he created a platform through the Alibaba, which is something that is worldwide today. But if you look at the story of Jack Ma came from nothing. He had no background. I mean, if you look at people who have made it in life today, the millionaires, the billionaires, some of them have background. People like Mark Zuckerberg, he had a background, he went to Harvard. Elon Musk, some of these guys had a background. Bill Gates, these guys have a background, but Jack Ma had no background. All he had was a vision. And he is somebody that was very intentional about the internet, about how he could facilitate trade and commerce between China and other parts of the world, and that today became a reality. Now, Jack Ma is just an example on the world scale. I have met people, I have seen people who have goals, who have desires, people who want to achieve something, and they kept talking about it with so much intention. They were very intentional about it, and today they have achieved their goals. Today they have achieved their dreams, and that's why I want us to talk about intentional living today. Intentional living is very, very important. Of course, when you say you want to live intentionally, it doesn't mean that everything is going to be perfect. It doesn't mean that everything is just going to drop on your lap as easy as we might think. Of course, we know that the road to success is not easy. It's not paved with gold. But when you see successful people, you think that, oh, you don't really. For me, when I see successful people, I try to imagine what they might have gone through to get there. I don't just see successful people and just think that, oh wow, this person has a good life. No, I don't see them like that. I look at them and I'm like, I wonder the kind of sacrifices this person would have gone through to be where they are today. So the fact that you say you want to live intentionally does not mean that everything is going to just be pitch and perfect, So it might not be perfect initially. You would have have some challenges here and there, but if you can persevere, what you really want to achieve, I believe that you would get it. And I'm not just saying this because it's a fancy thing to say, because it's cliche, because it sounds motivational. No, I am saying this because this is my reality. This is my reality. There are certain things in my life that I have been very intentional about, and today I can say that I am living that reality. So on that note, let's jump right into the topic. Intentional living. To be intentional about your life is to be deliberate about your choices, to be deliberate about the things you want to achieve, to be deliberate about everything from the time you wake up. And that may sound so rigid, but it's not as rigid as it is, in the sense that you're working towards a goal, you're working towards something, and you continue to put consistent and persistent effort towards what you want, in such a way that anything that is not aligned with what you want would not have a space in your life. That is intentional living. That is being deliberate about your life. So why is intentional living very important? Why do we have to live intentional? The number one thing, we have talked about time management on this channel, and the number one reason why I would say that intentional living is very important is because it helps you cut out distractions. It helps you weed out the things that are not needed in your life. It helps you prune things out of your life that do not align with where you are going to. Intentional living, that's like, I feel like that's the number one thing with intentional living, because the moment you become very intentional, the moment you become very, very deliberate about your life, about the places or about the things that you want to achieve, in so many cases, the things that are not meant for you, the things that are not meant to be in your life, they will start giving way. They will start giving way. Even sometimes you don't even have to try too hard because anything that no longer align with what you are, that no longer align with your intention, the intention and the place you're going, they would begin to follow. So that automatically helps you to weed out distraction, and it helps for people that would align with your goals, with your vision, to begin to come into your life. Of course, when Jack Ma started this whole idea of Alibaba, I can imagine that not everybody who probably started with him were able to achieve this goal together, right? A lot of people might have fallen here and there, and then some people stood with him, and he was able to acquire more people along the line. So that's intentional living. That's being deliberate about your life. So the second point I want to talk about is that when you become very intentional about your life, you can easily tell when something is going wrong or when something is not right. And I'm going to give an example of Jesus in this instance. How did Jesus know that Judas Iscariot was going to betray him? I believe Jesus is somebody that is very, very intentional. He lived a very, very intentional life. I think everything, from when he was born up to his death, very intentional, very purposeful life. That was the kind of life that Jesus lived. So how did Jesus know? Because Jesus said it that, oh, we're all gathered here, but somebody is going to betray me at the end of the day. How did he know? I believe Jesus lived this very intentional. Everything he did was with a purpose. Everything, literally everything he did was with a purpose. So when you live life like that, you can easily tell when you are derailing. You can easily tell when you are going the wrong path. You can easily tell. It's just like a forecast. You can easily tell your spirit. You can easily tell from your spirit that something is not right, or this direction is not right. So that's one of the beauty of intentional living. You are more sensitive to your environment. You are more sensitive to everything around you, because your goal is towards everything that you're doing somewhat has to align. It does not mean that you will not have a life, but in anything in any way that whatever you're doing or the environment you're in is not going to help you get to where you're going to, you can easily tell. And that is why you can easily tell when something is going wrong or when something is not going to work out. So intentional living helps you to easily tell that, I don't think this is going to work out. I don't think that, I sense that something is wrong somewhere, and you can easily nip it in the bud. So also, this also ties into time management in some ways. When you begin to live intentionally, you would realize you actually have more time than you thought you had. Because why? You have been able to prune things out of your life that do not belong there. So you would literally have more time. I look at myself, and I'm going to give an instance of myself. I look at myself today, and I'm like, yeah, it looks like I am doing quite a number of things, but one of the complaints I don't have is that I don't have time. Yes, I have to stay up late. This is something that everybody who has taken their life seriously, this is something they do. They have to stay up late. So I stay up late, but one thing I'm going to say is that I don't even back when I was single, I used to complain that I don't have time. But now, even now that I have much more responsibilities, I wouldn't even say that I don't have time. And what has changed really is intentional living. I am very, very intentional about my life. I am intentional about the things I accommodate. I'm intentional about the things I give my energy to. And the next point I want to say is that you're going to experience a greater terrain of peace when you are intentional about your life, because literally you know where you're going to, you know what you want to do, as much as it may not be 100%, as much as it may not be perfect, but at least you have an idea, you have a vision, and that's what you're pursuing, that's what you're trying to achieve. So in that sense, even if you don't have everything 100%, even though you've not reached the final destination you're trying to attain, there you're gonna have that sense of peace, because literally when you begin to live more intentionally, like I said, things will begin to fall off. Like the things that are not meant for your life will be pruned out. And as a result of that, you are going to have more peace. You're going to experience a greater sense of peace. And this is one of the things that would then help you to accomplish your goals. Because a lot of time people just want to, I've been thrown in those situations where I'm really not settled, like I'm not all that settled, and then I'm trying to achieve things and they just don't work out. Because in order for you to achieve your goals, even though you are in that mode where you're striving, there still has to be that sense of peace within you that will really help you to facilitate things, help you to reach your goals faster. So on that note, my final point is that when you become more intentional, when you become more deliberate about your life, it gives way for new opportunities. It gives way for greater opportunities in your life, because I can imagine people like Elon Musk today, they have established their company in such a way that people are buying into their shares, people are buying into their stocks, people like Jack Ma. If these people must have been looking for investors earlier back in the days when they just started their business, and I can imagine some people shut them out that they don't want to invest. But today, people willingly take their money to invest in their company. So this is the kind of thing I'm talking about, in the sense that when you take your vision seriously, when you begin to live so intentionally that you know the things that you really want to achieve, it's gonna open door for more opportunities. It is really, really going to open doors for more opportunities in your life, opportunities that you never even could imagine that you would get. So I'm really, really so happy to share this point with us today. I believe that intentional living is very, very important. I find intentional living to be really, really useful, to be really, really important. Like it's not enough to just talk about our purpose. It's not enough to talk about our goals. You have to be very intentional. You have to be very deliberate, because it's going to help you cut out distractions. It's going to help you weed out people. It's going to help you weed out things that do not belong in your life, and a whole lot of other benefits. So thank you guys for watching my channel. Thank you guys for watching this video today. I really appreciate the comments. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate the support. Please continue to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.